Hello everyone, I am the Master Spectre, and today we're going to be starting a new series, because those are fun, and always completed. They're not. This one should be though. Now, ew, don't look at camera while getting book. This is going to be the start of a series I'm going to call Let's Build a Character. Because that is something that you need to know how to do if you ever want to play D&D. Whether you are a dungeon master or a player, you will need to know how to make a character. Now, I'm going to go ahead and preface this. These are going to be split up. These are going to be very important that you watch all of them. And all of these are going to be based on the player's handbook. The expansions, I might do like add-on videos if I get the extra books. But right now, it's just going to be all the things from the player's handbook. Okay? So where was I'm gonna need these for later. Special thing, I'm gonna need my dice for later. Yes. They're good decision-making tools. I'll understand what I mean by that in a minute. So, today we're starting on building a character. Now, the way the series is going to work is I'm going to explain the parts of character creation, and as we go along, we are going to be making a character based on whatever these dice roll on. So, by the time the last video has gone up, we will have a character fully built and ready for D&D play. So, Part 1, I'm going off the book here. Part 1 of building a character is selecting exactly what race you are. For you may think, well, that seems kind of odd. Why choose your race first? Well, I'll tell you why you choose your race first. Because it is what your person is. It is what your person is. Your race is what your person is. There are many different races in D&D. Just in the player's handbook alone, there are 9 of them. In the player's handbook alone. And human only counts as 1 for those of you who are wondering. Yeah. That's a lot. In the player's handbook alone. So, as an overview, there are dwarves, elves, halflings, humans, dragonborns, gnomes, high elves, or half-elves, sorry, Skymon brain, half-orcs, and tieflings. Now, I'm going to roll this dice. Every two, so like 1 and 2 is connected to dwarf, and 3 and 4 is connected to elf. There'll be a little shit on the screen. Is going to be a race. If I get a 19 or a 20, I am going to re-roll. And male or female is going to be decided by odd or even. Okay? So male odd, female even, and it is going to be decided by the dice as we speak. The die said 3. So, for the purposes of this, our character I'm getting a sticky note. Our character that we are going to be building as reference for this series is going to be a male elf. Okay? So, now that that's done and we have that little note, we are going to go through what these races actually are. Now, remember, you can use the method I just used to choose your race. You can randomize an entire character if you want. You really can. This This game is made so that you can randomize pretty much any part of it. However, if you do want to have your hand in the character making process, you are definitely going to want to keep going through this. So, once I flip to the correct page, the first race that they tell you of is the dwarf. Yes, the hard dwarf. Why'd I go southern? I don't know why I went southern. But yeah, the hardy dwarf. You want to know why the dwarfs are so hardy? They live on the ground mostly. And they build their big structures. And once they have the big structures built, they build even more structures than they show off the big structures they have built. So, specifically, according to the player's handbook, dwarfs are well under 5 feet tall. They live up to 400 years. Let that process to you. The average human does not live to 100. These dwarves live 400 years. That is a long time. Very long. And they're proud people. They're very proud people. But due to their long lifespan, they are very slow to trust people. But once they do trust someone, that trust is not easily broken. So, this is all, I'm not doing the mechanical video yet. That's probably going to be separate. This is the, in terms of role-playing video. Proud, can live up to 400 years, slow truster, but once trust someone is very hard to break. So, they even have a little thing here, and they have a little thing of all the races, of what they think of the other races. And they're separated by common and uncommon, so it's different for the second section. But here, you know, they just think basic thoughts like, humans are nice and all, but once you really get to know one of them, they've died. Like, that's how long dwarves live and how slow it takes them to trust, just to emphasize that point. And of course, they have their two different, two different sub-races, which we might get into another video. Probably will. We'll probably have this as the overview, and then each race will eventually get its own little video. Just spoilers for the future. And, okay. Here we have the elves are next. Now, what is an elf? You know what an elf is. You know what the gosh darn elf is. You've seen the fantasy movies. But elves they range from, oh my god, that's a longer range than I thought it was. Sorry. The range is well under 5 feet to 6 feet tall. Just over 6 feet tall. Oh my god, they weigh only 100 to 140 pounds. 140 pounds, 6 foot tall. They are lanky. But they also live 700 years. Now, that may seem a little bit insane to us mortal humans. Well, they're mortal too. To us humans who only live a very short time. However, the elves are more, instead of like the dwarves, are they're slow to trust and they are prideful and they like money. The elves prefer beauty and art and song. That is what they prefer. They prefer their arts and their songs and their good stuff. I'm getting even more happy that we got elf now. But anyway, so they even say, like, humans are nice, like, even in their little thingies of the other races. It basically is just, The other races are nice and all, especially halflings, which we're about to get to, but they're too unrefined. They're unrefined. Like, elves are very refined, pristine artisans of their craft. They will always be. Even in combat, elves tend to be graceful in their movements and precise in their strikings. Yes. Now, we go on to the itty-bitty halflings with the happy loots and happy times, because happiness is good for the soul. Which, considering the fact that I'm a Spectre, that's quite important to me. Now, here, they're about 3 feet tall. Halflings are 3 feet tall. They're even shorter than dwarves. But unlike the prideful dwarves or the deep and refined elves, the halflings are just very, very happy. Like, they're happy, joyful people. They have strong senses of family. I believe their lifespan is roughly that of a human. I think, if I remember correctly, that's the time frame. They're roughly the lifespan of a human. It's not saying any. I can't find their age for some reason up here. But yeah, they just like simple joys and happy things in life. And they like family and community. And when they trust someone and they feel them like family, if you attack them, prepare to get your throat ripped out. Not joking, they will be fierce as all hell if you attack their family or their community. Otherwise, they can be very easy to just, lives, and they're just content just to be happy. And, just their happy little communities, just little communities with their happy little people just bouncing around in happiness. Okay. Like, even, like, yeah, like, even in their little things about the other races, all they can say is nice things, except for, like, the last sentence. Like, just for dwarves, the last sentence is, but would it hurt them to smile a bit more? Like, it's just like, be happy. That's what halflings are. They're just happy, 3 foot tall, roughly same lifespan as humans. They just bounce around and are happy and have a sense of community and family. Now then. Oh God. I have the job of explaining the hardest one to possibly explain. Oh no. It is physically impossible for me to explain this one. It is human. Human. Okay. But yes, human. Humans. I don't know exactly what to say on this one. We human. You human, I think. Me, kind of human. Maybe. Let me check. Ow! Why did I actually bite my finger? Kind of. Kind of. Oh, I need to restitch that. But now most of this is just like, oh, you're lasting, yeah. Just make things that last throughout the ages. Keep inventing new things over periods of times. Rush to build castles and stuff. It's make towns that will only crumble in like 200 years when that elf that you pissed off from is just waiting slowly in the corner, just like, I told you that town would fall. And the elf's only like, what, a third of the way through his lifespan, and he's just like, I told you the town would fail. She's talking to a grave now. But yeah, you know what humans are. You have a pretty good grasp on them. Now then, we get to the second section. The second section of the book is for the uncommon races. We just went over the common ones. Now for the uncommon races, yes. We have Dragonborn, which is... They are proud, and they are 6.5 feet tall, and weigh 300 pounds on average. And, like all good dragonkin, they come in a variety of colors. I'm not even joking. They come in... How many of the colors? They come in black, blue, brass, bronze, copper, gold, green, red, silver, and white. So yeah, they have a lot. They seriously have a lot. But yeah. And they have, since they're prideful, and they have a clan. Clan would kind of be like the halfling's family. It's close and is necessary. Hey, if you lose your clan, holy shit, you're gonna have a depressed dragonborn. This dragonborn is going to be the saddest thing alive, probably, if they lose their clan. So maybe you're gonna have a halfling in the party trying to cheer up a depressed dragonborn. That could actually be an interesting party dynamic. I gotta remember that for later. But yes, and they get their breath weapon in their draconic ancestry. But here's an important note. They are not born from they are born almost as servants to dragons before they eventually split off. So, next, we have gnomes! They're a lot like the halflings, except for a few key differences. One of the key differences is that gnomes will be doing a ton of shit at once. Not even joking. Gnomes want to do 1,000 things at once. And they talk fast. You might not want to talk fast if you're doing this as a player or DM, but they are meant to talk fast because they have so many ideas and so many synapses going through their head at once that they just can't get them all out of their mouth. It's like me half the time, basically. Just like 1,000 coffees! 1,000 coffees! All the caffeine! But yes, and they are tinkerers. They craft and make things. Yes, I will make this. Yes, make things. Yes, I will make all the things. Yes. Tiny helicopter. A tinier helicopter. Even tinier helicopter. Tinier helicopter with a minigun attached. Yes, you could actually do that if you talk to your DM. Very good opportunity for creativity if you choose a gnome, because if you choose a gnome as your class and your player, get with your DM and see, if you want to do this at least, see what kind of things you can just tinker around, maybe during time between adventures, to see what crazy machines and devices you can create. But yes, and they are, yeah, they're just slightly over 3 feet tall. So yeah, just slightly over 3 feet tall as well. Just a note, because I got so excited with the gnome stuff. So many thoughts about the gnomes went through my head that I couldn't get them all out. Sorry, the gnome part exhausted me a little bit. But now, we're to half-elves. Now, half-elves are a mixture between humans and elves. However, because this is D&D, remember that all these things can change. That's partially why I'm not doing the statistics in this video and doing them in a separate video. But, statistics on this stuff can change. D&D is a very malleable game. It changes. But, half-elves are normally humans crossed with elves. However, if your DM allows it, you can try working with your DM to make a half-elf that is half elf, half halfling. So you can have your half elf be different than the one in the book. Since they're meant to be half human, half elf, and that's what you're given the statistical benefits and such for in the book. But if you talk to your DM and they allow it, you can work with your DM, change up some of the statistical benefits, change up some of the benefits that they get, and you can make a half-elf that's not half-human and is half something else. Always remember that. These are important little side notes. Yes. Side note. Okay. So, just under 5 feet to about 6 feet tall is about their height, and let's see what their lifespan is. Does it not say? Not say. But it does say in the thing, they are diplomats. Because of one kind of sad reason. Because they're half-elves, and they're half-human, half-elf, why do I say saying elf? My tongue does not like the elf sound, apparently. But a elf and a human made a half-elf. Now, that half-elf is effectively going to be an outcast because of one reason. They're not full elf and they're not full human. Ergo, neither one fully accepts them. Neither the elf or the human fully accept the half-elf as theirs. So, they do make good diplomats because they don't have a claim on either the human side or the elvish side because they are in their kind of own side, but they still don't have their own country. This can be very fun to roleplay as this outsider who's just stuck and is literally as far away with being... Remember this, two halves, some of the most populous races in all of D&D, and still not be fully accepted. Now then, we will go on to the half-orc. The half-orc, again, same thing with half-elves. You can make half-anythings, depending on what your DM decides. Always talk to your DM about half-things if you want to change something that's not statistical benefits from the book or talky stuffy, because talky stuffy is good. But half-orcs. Now, half-orcs are, they have their teeth. They have their, fangs, I guess? Tusks? What did you call the teeth that go like this? Whatever that is. But they have small versions of that, just as a little note. And their skin is a weird mesh. It's gray, legitimately here it says. Half-orcs, grayish pigmentation, sloping foreheads, jutting jaws, prominent teeth, and towering builds make their orc heritage plain for all to see. Half-orcs stand between 5 to 7 feet tall, and usually weigh between 180 and 250 pounds. God. Okay, so, half-orcs? Battle scar? Oh, you got a battle scar? That is a beautiful thing. Take pride in that. It's all about the battle. All about the Sorry, a Twitter message popped up on my phone as I'm recording this. I don't know if you saw that, but I just... my phone's sideways, so I just looked like this at the top of my phone, and I was just like, oh, no, don't let that show up on video. Well, anyway. So, where was I? Oh, yes. They're about the battle. They love battle because they have the mark of Grumps, who is an orcish god who is evil, but it's like battle glory. I will have glory in battle. Ah! So that's a lot of what half-orcs are. They're the glory of battle, and they are even more outcast than the half-elves are. Because they are half-human, half-orc. And if you didn't notice something at the beginning, if you didn't see, well, where was the orc race as a playable race? It's not. The orc race is not even a playable race, so these guys are even more outcast than half-elves. Another thing that you might, legitimately one of the titles for the section is Tribes and Slums. So, yeah. If you want to play that up, as an outcast, it is good to do. You know. But, as always, all of these things have, like, their exceptions, and there's still a lot of people who, like, will stay back, but will eventually trust half-orcs, and they'll eventually trust half-elves, and they'll eventually trust everyone. Just that over a period of time. Or just by doing a great deed. We now get to the Tiefling, who is a demon child. Now, this demon child has many ways it could be created. It could be a demon and a human. It could be a human that was cursed. It could be a tiefling and a human, a tiefling and a tiefling. There are many ways that tieflings can be brought into the world. However, how tall were they? I forget. They were... I know they were decently tall. They might just be normal. They might be normal height. Oh. I feel dumb. There's an age. The ages for any of the ones that I've been forgetting to say, they'll be on the screen. You've seen them before, and the heights and stuff. The height of this one is the same as a human. However, there's a thing about their age here. They mature at the same rate as humans, but they live a few years longer. That is actually quite interesting to think of. Because that would probably mean you'd roughly live a century. In my translation of that, is a few years longer than human, probably roughly a century. If you're going off of, like, humans nowadays. Not sure exactly how you want to run in your campaign, but here's the thing. Tieflings are very self-reliant. They rely on themselves. For good reason. Everyone hates them. Well, not outward hatred, but it's that it's like that silent, like, behind your, hello, what would you like to buy from my store? It's like a, get out of my store now. It's like that. Because you have to remember, it might not be that the tiefling might have done nothing wrong. The tiefling might be the nicest person ever. But they still look like a demon. And no one trusts a demon. Except me, of course, because I trust Dave. You need to stop possessing me to do dumb things, though. Seriously, Dave. Okay. So. But most people don't trust demons as much as I do. So. They're not trusted at all. They get this, they might be a very good person, but a lot of them build up this, like, hatred of, well, they see me as evil, fuck those assholes. They get kind of that feeling. They get the most of the outcast stick. Now then, that was the races episode of D&D. I have to end this before my recording stops, and I can't get this edited. So, I'm Spectre. Bye.